A couple of years back, I made a landing page that got 46% conversion rate. In this video, I'm going to share 10 lessons that I learned during this campaign on what worked and mistakes that I will never make again. Let's dive in. Hey and welcome to the channel. My name is Leon. This channel exists to help you grow your site using your web stats. I want to thank everyone that has been liking my videos and has subscribed to the channel recently. That really helps me get these videos out to as many people as I can. As a way to say thank you, I've created a short cheat sheet on how you can grow your website traffic. So whether you have a new domain or an existing domain, if you want to grow your website traffic, just head over to the video description. There's a link over there where you can download that cheat sheet for free. Also, if you want to watch more, just head over to my profile. I've created tons of videos on how to set up Google Analytics and how to use your web stats to grow your website. All right, let's take a look. This is the landing page that I was talking about. This landing page got me 46% conversion rate. And let me just translate it to English real quick so everyone can follow along. It said, how do you keep your visitors on your website longer? Learn 5 techniques to keep your visitors on your website longer. Send the free PDF to your inbox now. And then you could fill out your email address and then agree, opt in to the email list, and then you would hit subscribe to get the free PDF file, but also opt in to the newsletter or the weekly website tips. And then underneath the form, I had this small paragraph of text. Your website visitors have a number of specific questions. If your site doesn't provide an answer, they will quickly drop out. Send the free PDF to your inbox and discover 5 techniques to retain your visitors longer. And then I made this visual in the back with a brochure type graphic. And then in this says what customers want to know before they buy. So this landing page belonged to my old business. I used to make websites for small businesses on a monthly subscription model. And what I wanted to do here is I wanted to get as many leads as possible, then nurture these leads via an email funnel, and then convert these leads into paying monthly customers. So the traffic that I got on this page came from a paid Facebook ads campaign that I set up myself. I used exactly the same visual, so the image with the brochure on the back. I used exactly the same copy, so I just copied from here and I copied from here in the ad. I kept it very low budget, so no more than a couple of €100 went in to generate traffic to this page. And of course, if you're running social media ads, you want to make sure that your website, your landing page runs smoothly on mobile. And here's a small little trick that I use all the time to preview my landing page on mobile. Just right click on the page, click inspect, and then in the inspect window here there's a button in the top left corner where you can toggle the device toolbar. And here you can preview your site on all kinds of mobile devices. I've it set to iPhone 12 right here. And as you can see, the landing page works super well here as well, where you have the image at the top, the text, and the form immediately visible. So why did it work so well? Well, first of all, I believe this page works so well because it has a single focus. On this page, you can do only one thing, and that is to subscribe to the email list. Your eye is drawn to the center of the page through the box here, through the positioning of the visual. And if you scroll down, there's really nothing else you can do here but to subscribe to the email list. And I believe that's one of the main reasons the conversion rate here is so high. The page has a single focus and a single focus only. So the second reason I believe this page worked so well is that it is incredibly compelling, and not only to a small segment, but it is compelling to a lot of people. Everyone with a website does not like their website visitors to drop off immediately. Everyone wants their visitors to stay on their website longer and eventually buy their product. So the promise on this page is compelling to a lot of people. And I believe that is one of the reasons the conversion rate on this page was so high. And it is also a question that I ask myself all the time when I want to increase the conversion rate on a landing page. And that is, how can I make this landing page, this copy, more compelling? So the third reason I believe this page worked so well is because it is clear. There's absolutely no doubt what you're going to get once you fill out this form. You're going to subscribe to an email list, and in return, you're going to get a free PDF document where you're going to learn how to keep your visitors on your website longer. Confusion is an enormous conversion killer. So one question that I ask myself a lot is, how can I make it clearer? And the clarity on this page is also obtained through its brevity. The amount of words is incredibly small, and especially at the top, what I really like is that the form is immediately visible. The big promise at the top is immediately visible, and there's a small piece of text here. So if possible, maybe you decreasing the amount of text required before you get to the form is an important tactic here that you can learn and you can take away from this video. The fourth reason I believe this page worked so well is because I got high quality traffic to this page. I found a way to target website owners through Facebook ads. And so the people that saw the ad and clicked on the ad were website owners that were looking to keep visitors on their website longer. And because the quality of that traffic was so high, so it was the right audience for this page, I believe that was one of the biggest determining factors for the conversion rate to be so incredibly high. And the fifth reason is there was zero friction between the ad and the landing page, because the ad had exactly the same visual and exactly the same message and exactly the same words. If you clicked on the ad and you saw this, there was zero friction between the ad and the landing page. So it was exactly what you expected when you clicked on the ad. And I believe that is also a determining factor for high conversion rates, is that there's zero friction between the ad and the landing page. All right, so far I've been sharing 5 lessons with you on why this landing page had such an enormous conversion rate, maybe the highest conversion rate that I've ever seen. And the lessons that I learned from this are applicable to many situations. I use them a lot in my daily work. But if you ask me about this particular campaign, was it a success? I would still answer with a no. Although I was able to get a high conversion rate, I still made a couple of enormous mistakes on this campaign and on this particular business. And eventually I decided to quit the campaign and pivot my business into another direction. And so the next 5 lessons are lessons that I learned through the mistakes that I made during this campaign. And why do I tell you this? Well, on this channel, I want to be brutally honest with you. I don't only want to share my successes, I also want to share my mistakes so we can learn together. And maybe it will prevent you from making these mistakes in the future. All right, so lesson number 6 is this. Getting leads is one thing, but getting loyal paying customers is another. And from this particular campaign, it took me about 250 leads to get to my first paying customer. And that customer even decided to quit their subscription after their first month. So it turned out that continuing down this path was never going to be profitable, because investing in paid ads is one thing, but if you need 250 leads to get to the first customer and that customer quits the subscription after 1 month, that will never get profitable. So my first lesson is this: getting leads is one thing, but getting loyal paying customers is another. So lesson number 7 that I learned from this campaign, from this landing page, is this: never underestimate the power of a brand. It turned out that running paid ads like this has a huge downside. People didn't know me, people didn't know my brand. And because of that, they didn't have an emotional connection with this. And I saw an enormous amount of unsubscribes from this email list. Well, it wasn't 50%, but it was maybe 30% of all the subscribed eventually unsubscribed, even though I sent them like high quality emails after that. And I believe this is because people didn't have any emotional connection with me. I didn't have a known brand. I didn't have a known personal brand. I didn't do any content marketing. People just clicked on a paid ad and then subscribed to my list. And that was just too fragile. So through that, I learned never to underestimate the power of a brand, never to underestimate the emotional connection that is happening through a brand, through a personal brand. And I believe content marketing, or there are many ways to do this, a YouTube channel, a blog, a LinkedIn, there are many ways to establish this, but I learned never to underestimate it. Lesson number 8 and lesson number 9 are linked together. Lesson number 8 is clarify your ideal customer. And lesson number 9 is it all starts with the right offer. It turns out that I didn't think hard enough about my audience and my product. And it turns out that my product was just a little bit too expensive for the people that I was targeting in my campaign. So lesson number 10, the last lesson that I learned from my time in this campaign, from my time in this business, is this: use your unfair advantage. So one thing that I struggled with most in this business was explaining to other people why my sites were better than others. It turns out that a lot of people make websites these days, and you can make your own site for almost no money. So explaining to other people why they needed to invest their money so I could make them a website was just very hard for me. So using your unfair advantage means thinking about, like, what do I have that not many other people have? What can I do that will immediately put me ahead of many other people? And that, for me, turned out to be web analytics. It turns out that a little bit larger organizations are often looking for help with their web analytics. And it turns out that these people are a little bit harder to find than people that make websites. So that's why I eventually decided to pivot my business from websites into the direction of web analytics and conversion optimization. All right, that's it for today. 10 lessons that I learned from making this landing page, doing this campaign, and being in this business altogether. 5 lessons on how to build a good landing page and 5 mistakes that I made that I will never make again, and I hope this video prevents you from making those mistakes as well. I hope this video was clear. I hope it was helpful. If you have a question, please leave them down in the comments below. I try my best to respond to all of your questions. I want to thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.